for St. Louis right now, it's going to be important for them to get on their toes like they are. Keep it in the offensive zone.
Kyrou's shot was kicked out. Ingram makes a nice stop. On the road yesterday, they were in Carolina and got a 3-1 win against a team with a top 3 record in the league. Kyrou dropped. Neighbors a shot. Turned aside by Ingram. The rebound popped to Jordan Kyrou. Bouchard chips it up for Connor McDavid. 110 points this year. He's on a pace for 136. Pulled up on Buchnevich. Back to the line. Wallman's shot was muted. And the puck skitters off to the corner. McDavid collects. McDavid fed it across. Backdoor looking for Hyman from Savoy. Here's Jake Wallman along the left point. Fed it off along the line. The cutting Savoy. Drops. Wallman shoots. Glove save. Hofer. One of the offer sheet guys in Dylan Holloway. Jimmy Snuggerud. We told the goals in 4 straight. Set up Thomas. Feeds Parayko. Holloway, a shot turned aside by Ingram, moving to his left.
Got the tenacity, but watch this pass that Thomas makes when he comes in the middle. He'll get it from Snuggerud, and then right there, just all the way back to the point. And then he goes to the front of the net. So they don't get a goal off of it, but it's good creative play. They're passing. They go from low to high. And then you've got Tom.
Guys doing it. And I think everyone enjoyed, apparently, the chirping from Justin Richkovian of Dallas. Here's Ekholm, a shot. Blocked away by Hofer in transition. And now the Blues.
Look at their record, but Dallas was missing 2 of their best guys. And you just look, Mikko Rantanen was out of the lineup, and Roope Hintz was also out. So it is interesting when you look at what.
Broberg had to peel off, get a new stick. The Oilers speed back in. McDavid, Savoy turned aside by Hofer, sliding to his right. Thomas moved it along for Dylan Holloway. Pulls up on the entry. Found Thomas. Snuggerud is stopped.
I mean, that looked like it was a very high danger chance, and Edmonton was completely committed defensively.
Now a turnover. McDavid walks in, stopped by Hofer.
Them dump it. They're going to do some cross-ice dumps. They're going to try to keep it out of that trapezoid, and that's certainly strategic by Edmonton. They're going to throw him out there, do that, and both of that, him and Theo Lindstein as a young player, how are they going to do against the best players in the league?
Hofer got a piece of that. Taps it along through center. Roslovic. Szymanski got checked by Neighbors through center ice. Roslovic, backhander. Puck goes just wide of the right post of Hofer.
Both coming off back-to-backs, but it just feels different for Edmonton coming off that loss, whereas St. Louis had a great win in Carolina. Changes the complexion of how you return home.
For Nurse. And now Frederick cuts in, cut off there by Broberg and Holloway. Puck pop free, McDavid! And Hofer gets a piece of that. McDavid grabs the puck, fed it along. Bouchard, a blast, kicked out by Hofer. D-to-D, Evan Bouchard. Rink wide, McDavid, shadowed by Thomas. McDavid speeds in behind, wrapping it around, feeding Bouchard a shot. And Hofer makes the stop again. And he does. We're back to even strength. A good kill for St. Louis. Sticks in passing lanes throughout those 2 minutes. Here's Ekholm toward the net. Rebound popped free in the low slot. Kept alive by Edmonton. Wallman, a drive is gloved by Joel Hofer. Mike Monaco with you. We've got rules expert Dave Jackson with us as well, and our entire crew as Hofer freezes that soft wrister from Jake Wallman with Szymanski parked in front. Szymanski toward the net, wide of Hofer, around toward Murphy, who pinched and left it for Jack Roslovic. That goes off the stick of Stenberg and covered up by Joel Hofer.
Which certainly helps when you're talking about shots and shots attempts, but this has been a very defensive period for St. Louis.
Savoy toward the net, and Hofer tracks that. Puck was held in the zone. The Blues now take it. Skated up ice by Broberg. In with Kyrou. Kyrou shoots, save Ingram, and he covers.
Draisaitl loses the puck. He thinks he's offside. He goes for a change, and now there's an odd man rush. I like that Broberg's in, and not only does he dish the puck, he takes 2 defenders out so that Kyrou can come across and get that shot right in the breadbasket.
It was moved off by Draisaitl. Now Wallman feeds it off to the wing. Podkolzin spins it around. Kasperi Kapanen drops for Leon Draisaitl, cutting past Suter, fed it across, shot, score! Kapanen on a gorgeous setup, and the Oilers strike first.
You go from a shift where they have an offensive zone face-off and they go nuclear, saves. Then they come out and you've got Leon Draisaitl. He's been showing some frustrations tonight, and he just is so strong along the wall. He's got a great backhand pass. As he comes down the wall, right before that, he shoulder check, looks up, and he sees Kasperi Kapanen coming off that far side. What a beautiful backhand pass. There are not many guys in the league that can.
We aim for specificity. Vasily Podkolzin carries in, he pulls up, fed it back toward the line. Murphy a shot, fought off by Hofer. Big juicy carry, the skate of Buchnevich, who grabs the puck. Moving in on Nurse, good stick from Leon Draisaitl. To rescue that, he turned it over. Neighbors in front, turned aside by Ingram. Trying to duck past Suter, some help from Buchnevich, and now Suter skates it out. Parayko joins the rush. Parayko off the crossbar!
Could really get me off the hook if we get a shorthanded goal here. What a great job. Good job picking the pocket there. But Colton Parayko, he's gotten more offensive through his career, but for him to jump in the play, show that speed to get up there, and then to handle.
Colton Parayko has only had one tuck this season, but of course had a career-high 16 last year. Now a headman, Torchenko denied by Ingram.
During this, especially with this penalty, good look over to Torchenko, and he almost gets his rebound here too, follows it up, and he just can't quite corral.
Ingram takes the high road, and it bounces down near Savoy. McDavid collects, moves through center with speed through the logo. McDavid scores! Like a blur! Connor McDavid makes it 2-0.
And shoot the puck and score a goal. I mean, it's as simple as that when you're number 97. There's a little cut inside, and we talked about the young defenseman for St. Louis, and whether it's Mayu or whether it's Lindstein, Lindstein's there, he's trying to get in his.
Parayko tapped it out. Here's Pius Suter moving in. Cross corner. Lindstein had stepped up and pursued. Carried in behind, score! Berggren the setup.
Part of the offense here. He jumps in the play, he helps out. Look at him in on the forecheck there. He causes a turnover, gets behind, and that's why they get the zone time. That's why they get behind the Edmonton defenseman, and it's Jonathan Berggren who gets the puck out to Pius Suter.
Now they're protecting a one-goal lead late.
Yeah, you know, you look at, they're circling that road trip, obviously because of the first 3 games based on the way, but this St. Louis team cannot look past them.
Fowler scores! Tied at 2!
And it is a great face-off win. We talked a little bit about face-offs, and it's a good one back there, and a screenshot. I mean, you got Sundqvist in on the draw, pulls it back, Fowler steps into it, nothing fancy. Just put the puck on net, and if the goalie can't see it, he can't save it.
Broberg fumbled the puck. Neighbors collects for St. Louis. Mayu. Trouble through neutral ice, taken away by McDavid. McDavid, Savoy, stopped by Hofer. Skates it up ice for the Oilers. McDavid and Draisaitl with him. McDavid hangs on. Draisaitl denied, and it stays out. Kyrou moves in. Kyrou to the net. Kicked out by Ingram. Pass out high for Fowler. Fowler for Thomas. Thomas scores! It's over!
Eventually gets off, and then finally is able to get back out there and get the game winner. What a beautiful play for him. He does twice, he tries to set up the 2 teammates out there, and instead a little just inside out, and takes advantage of that screen coming across from Cam Fowler. Moving